ABC Wednesday.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with the new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there?
Taking bribes.
Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary. Season premiere Wednesday, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
My name is Lorne Michaels. I'm the producer of Saturday Night.
The whole night?
Yeah, the whole night.
Based on the insane true story of the first time Saturday Night went live.
You ordered a llama?
Yeah, we all decided it was much funnier than a donkey.
Saturday Night, rated R, now playing exclusively in theaters.
Hello, and welcome back to 3D Printing Basics. This is episode number 29, and this episode is going to be all about, is a bigger 3D printer better for you? First, before I want to get into it, I would just like to say you might hear some banging or some loud noises. I apologize for that. There are people around today, and I couldn't sneak away by myself, so please bear with me, and I apologize for that. And without further ado, let's get right into the episode. So the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because I feel like there has been a massive push for large format 3D printers, especially with this latest one that Elegoo released, the Orange Storm Giga. This thing is 800 millimeters by 800 millimeters by 1000 millimeter print volume. And it starts off at $2,500. And I've seen a lot of people post about it. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about it. And this just led me want to talk about it because I know my audience probably has questions of, hey, is a large format printer something that I should be looking for? Or should I just be going with the kind of standard around 250 to 300 millimeter build volume sizes that we normally see? So to answer that question, I know it really depends. I know it really depends, but my opinion on this matter is that as somebody who is a hobbyist printer, there's no need to get something this massive, 800 by 800 by 1000 millimeters. That's just unnecessary, especially with the price point. It starts at $2,500. And even the bigger stuff like the Neptune 4 Pro or the Neptune 4 Plus, those things are massive too. And I just don't know if there's really a use case for that. I know me personally, I've been rocking with Bamboo Lab printers for the longest time, which are 256 millimeters cubed in build volume. And I think I've been using them for around 3 years now. And there's only been 2 years. 2 years now. And there's been less than 5 cases where I needed a bigger printer and I was missing not having a bigger printer. And to deal with that, I got a bigger printer actually. I got a Neptune 4 Plus, which I believe is 300 by 300 by 385 millimeters in build size. And it's great for when I need it. When I need a bigger printer, it's right there. The only thing is that I feel like these bigger printers, especially the hobbyist bigger printers, the ones that target the hobbyists, those ones, the build quality is iffy at best. Like the Bamboo Lab, it comes with automatic bed leveling. It comes super well built. Everything about it is just going to be really good. Meanwhile, the Neptune 4 Plus, it says it has automatic bed leveling, but there are the springs and the knobs on the bottom that you have to turn. There's definitely some more tuning that you have to do. And for me, as somebody who's been using Bamboo Lab printers for a long time, I don't want to have to deal with that. I want to be able to plug my machine in and go right away versus having to do any setup. And one thing I know for sure is that this Orange Storm Giga, this Elegoo massive 3D printer, there's going to be a lot of setup time for this. There's going to be a lot. I've seen it on the YouTube videos. I know Uncle Jesse made a review on it, and there are definitely some other people who have made reviews on this. And I've seen it in almost every YouTuber's space. It seems like all the YouTubers got to have one. I just don't see the use case for hobbyists. There's just no need. Like, who's printing things that are this gigantic and this massive? And at the end of the day, if you're printing something that's a little bit larger than the 256 that, like, say, a Bamboo Lab can do, you can print it in two pieces. I feel like as hobbyists, there's very little pieces that we are printing that need to be in one piece for structural integrity's sake, like because they need to be super, super strong. And I just feel like at the end of the day, if you are printing something that's big, it's easy enough to print it in two pieces and fit it on one build plate and just kind of knock it out like that and then connect it with some super glue or something like that. So at the end of the day, it's a large investment, honestly. You have to invest so much money. Like with this 2,500 for this Orange Storm Giga, and I know it gets up to, it literally says, I'm on the tab right now, it says Orange Storm Giga 2,500, and right below it says the displayed price is not the final pre-sale price. So that just means that the price is only going to go up. So you're definitely going to be paying more than 2,500. And for the other bigger printers like the Prusa XL, that thing starts at 2,500 too and goes up to, I think, $4,000. And I just don't think us hobbyist 3D printers are going to be able to find a way to justify that price tag when we can just as easily, with 2,500, you can get two Bamboo Labs and you can print two pieces on the same one. It'll go faster, it'll be more higher quality, and you can just connect them together, no problem at all. So I just feel like at the end of the day, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for hobbyists to be able to do it. So I would suggest for you to please save your money on that. If you do want to get a bigger format printer, I would say start with something cheaper like the Neptune series. I think the one that I got is much bigger. Not much bigger. I think it's 300, like I said, 300 by 300 by 385. And that was $350, which is not cheap, mind you, but it's not $2,500. So I would suggest starting, if you want to get into a large format 3D printer, start with something cheaper like that and see if it's really going to be a good use case for you. And if you find that the Neptune is something that you're using a lot and the quality just isn't cutting it, then I would say that's fine to upgrade to either a Prusa XL or the Elegoo Giga massive Storm thing. And the other problem, now that I'm looking at this thing, is space. This thing is massive. It's 4 feet by 4 feet, I think, somewhere around there. It's like, where are you going to stick that? Are you going to stick that in your garage? It's going to be pretty hard to find a room in your place to be able to put that. So that's also something to consider, is that thing is so big. I just feel like it's going to be really hard to find a good spot to place it unless you have a dedicated office, which I know most of the people listening to this podcast are hobbyists like me. So it's going to be pretty hard to find a spot to be able to put that. And the last thing that I kind of wanted to touch on here is that I'm not speaking negatively about these companies. I love Elegoo. Elegoo actually produces the Neptune. They produce the Neptune line of printers that I've been talking about, and they're really good. I really like them for their price point. They have good printing quality. I like them a lot. Prusa, as you know, I'm a big fan of Prusa. They're a really reputable company, and they make really good stuff. I don't think it's a problem that they're trying to push these large format 3D printers. I just want to make sure that the people listening to me know, as hobbyists, I just feel like there isn't that much of a use case for us to need something that's that massive. And I could be totally wrong. That could be the audience that they're not trying to reach at all. Maybe maybe Elegoo is trying to sell that solely to businesses, and if so, good for them, because that machine is perfect for 3D printing businesses. I just wanted to make sure that my audience knew. Really think about it and don't just say, oh, bigger is better and go buying the biggest thing that you can find. I feel like 95 to 99% of hobbyists are going to be better off saving your money and getting a Bamboo Labs or a Neptune if you really want something bigger. And that's just what I thought. I just felt like I needed to get that out there. And with that being said, that's all I have. for today. That's my rant. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate every single one of you who have stuck with me on this ride. I know I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm going to try and get back to uploading with some regularity, hopefully. Although I know I've said that before and I haven't stuck to it. So I appreciate everybody sticking with me. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you next time.